You should have been had this fire started. Let's go. It's nippy.
What fire?
Nippy outside.
Look at here. Don't be trying to rush me.
Get this fireplace up and
Rush
going.
me, I might burn this joker down.
So you'd rather me be in here cold, right?
Huh?
Oh, goodness gracious. Look at all that soup. That's
How come
soup,
you ain't got
right?
the bag open?
Hey, you open the
You
bag.
could help the brother out.
Can't help you out. This is your job.
This is my job.
This is a manly job.
Bro, I'm concerned it's a womanly job then.
No, it's a manly job.
Manly job up in here.
That's right. Crank it up.
Crank what?
Crank it up.
Watch out.
Get it started.
Here come the blade.
Get it started. Woo!
There you go. Now that's a fire.
Nice yeah, my lifestyle, yeah, nice yeah, my lifestyle, yeah.
They need to have their own show.
Yes. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Lifestyles with Rufus and Jenny Triplett and a special episode of Growing Up Triplet.
Girl, you trying to blow me up?
We are actually in our living room this time, not on a set, but we're coming to you from our living room because this is going to be a special episode about growing up, raising our children, and the things that we've gone through as far as parents.
Oh, I done been through some stuff. I ain't trying to go through that again.
They've been through some stuff as well, and they are actually our special guests.
They ain't been through nothing. Life about to hit them hard.
Our children, they're our special guests. We are talking about surviving parenting in the 21st century, raising 3 boys, millennials. We have grown children.
Yeah, they grown.
Yes.
Grown.
22,
grown folks got to go.
24, and 26. And our 26-year-old couldn't be with us. We had a scheduling conflict with him. We could never get him Skyped in or on the phone or anything. But you'll hear from the other two.
I'm sure it was scheduling.
You'll hear from the other two triplets and give them the feedback on, they'll give you feedback on how they felt we raised them. We're getting our parenting feedback.
I got feedback before they left.
We get feedback all the time, but the people don't get it. They don't get it.
They're about to get it now.
Yeah. We have a lot to talk about, because there's a lot that goes into parenting. There are several things that we're supposed to do and be responsible for our children.
I was responsible.
And we got a million stories.
I ain't be responsible for no grown folks, though.
We got a million stories, but you know, we have 3 boys, so that would make it 3 million stories.
3 million?
Yeah.
3 million?
3 million.
Really?
3 million.
It ain't that much.
It's a lot.
Ain't that like exaggerating or something?
We went through a lot.
You ain't got to be exaggerating, though.
We went through a lot with them boys. Them boys, we went through a lot.
We.
We.
I ain't teaching them no French.
Ooh, we.
Ain't nobody teaching me French either.
But we used some of them French words, though.
I didn't use no French words.
Yeah.
I kept it in English so somebody can understand what I was saying.
Yeah, they understood. They definitely understood that. But that's what we're going to be talking about today, and you're going to learn a lot more about the triplets during this episode. So hold what you got. We'll be right back.
Boys?
Yes.
All boys.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well, there's a test.
Yeah, exactly. The teenage years of boys.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got tested.
All right, we are back, and this is our show, Growing Up Triplet. We are sitting here with our 2 younger sons. Our middle son, Musa, and our youngest son, baby boy, Miles Muhammad. And we're going to talk a little bit about what it was to grow up in the household with us. So let's start with you. Give our viewers a little bit of idea of how it was to grow up triplet.
It wasn't different than any other household. I mean, it was a 2-parent home. We were.
I want you to think of the most messed up household you ever seen.
And
And it was better than that.
Okay, I was
I'm about to get up out this seat, y'all.
Exactly. Don't make me. Boy,
Hey,
can you take my earrings off?
Hey, who finna take your earrings off?
Sure.
Whoa, whoa,
Okay.
whoa.
Okay. So would you say that as parents, we were not maybe so strict, but maybe not spoiling you, but pretty much balanced in your upbringing?
Right, you did your job.
No spoiling here, no.
You weren't spoiled in any way?
No, we were not spoiled. In no type of way.
Anyway, you have a basketball court and a pool.
We didn't use it too much.
Swimming pool. But whose
We
fault is
cleaned
that? Whose fault is that?
We cleaned it.
Okay.
Did we ask for the clean the pool?
Yeah,
we cleaned it.
Yeah. You did want a pool. You mainly wanted a pool.
Well, after I was 7, how many times did I go back in that pool?
You use that pool a lot.
It seemed like it.
Yeah.
Where was we at?
Right.
Were we somewhere else or something?
Exactly.
I still kind of don't know how to swim.
Whose fault is that?
We have a pool. I don't know how to swim.
I remember Big Al told me he knew how to swim and he couldn't swim a lick.
Yeah, and this one almost
So
drowned.
what we get the pool for then?
Where'd the pool go?
They didn't
Like I
learn
said,
nothing.
we cleaned
Okay,
the pool.
let's go.
I thought they were going
Let's
out.
go
I should have got a hoop
Yeah,
after.
you clean the pool and you clean the basketball court for discipline, because you were not going to live in this household and not do anything. So those were disciplinary things that you had to do. You pitch in and you take care of the home. So that was the balance of being fair.
They trying to figure out where the spoil was.
And not being
let's
strict.
go to this point, because we know what the discipline was. The discipline was there.
Okay.
It was there. My voice didn't start out like this.
So
The bass got hit out of my
Oh,
whole
good.
good.
That was bad then. I did my job.
So are you saying that you didn't travel a lot?
We traveled. Did we travel where we wanted to go? Did we do what we wanted to do when we traveled? But yes.
Where in the world did you want to go?
Exactly, where'd you want to go?
I couldn't get tickets to the North Pole, bro.
Well, hey, that's where we messed up at.
Where did you want to go? Let me get this. Where
We wanted to go to California.
Did you not
More
go?
than once.
Holy crap.
Wow.
And you don't call that spoiled? Boy, what in the world?
But not only that, we drove your behind across.
We let you see the whole countryside.
We drove you across country. You saw several states.
That
of the United States.
30-hour drive, I wouldn't call that spoiling.
I didn't.
No, but it was, you were exposed.
We were exposed.
All the way
Yeah.
across the country. How
You
many
got
people
to see.
get that?
You got to see tumbleweeds.
Yeah, that's good for y'all. Y'all wanted that, but we
No, I didn't want it, bro. We had to drive.
we just rather get there. But I mean, I get what y'all saying though.
I didn't
Right,
want to.
right.
Look,
Who
man.
has had that experience?
Look
How
at
many
here.
people have actually had that experience?
How many people want that experience?
Everybody should, man. What are you saying?
To drive across the country?
Yes.
I mean, it's good for me. I brag about it. Yeah, bro, we did 30 hours. But now,
We?
you
You didn't do no 30 hours.
What did you drive? When did you drive?
I said we.
I was in the car, so it was
Wow, he
I
said,
was there with
whoa.
y'all.
At what age did you get your license?
So
Exactly.
it was like I was there, because it was like we was in the same car. So I
I
felt
get what he's
Okay.
saying, dude.
Yeah, I get what he's
Why you
saying.
gotta act like you don't know what he's talking
Yeah, I
about?
know what he's talking about too, but you know what? We're gonna hold that thought because I'm gonna get into some other things. But we're gonna take a break and come right back with these two warmly embraced knuckleheads.
If I got
and,
a bruise.
Knuckleheads. Here we
Yeah,
go
that's-
again.
that's-
If I got a bruise,
But I-
let that be to know how we was
Yeah, that's
raised.
right.
might
We
get
gotta,
knocked
we
into
have
that
to
wall
pause
right
for that.
there.
So, oh, what you got?
By me, I'm the good one.
We'll be right back with Growing Up Triplet.
Well, today we're talking about lines and boundaries with parenting and when you allow the child to be who they say they want to be, even if it crosses some very well-established lines of sexuality. Now, Jenny and Rufus have been married for 19 years. They have 3 teenage boys. They both say no way would they ever allow their boys to play with mermaids, wear anything pink, or change their gender in any way. You just think this is all crazy, right?
Crazy. I think it's totally crazy. As a parent, if my child told me God made a mistake, no, God doesn't make, that's parenting. That's first of all letting you know God doesn't make mistakes.
A 3-year-old doesn't have an income. So when you go into whatever store you go into and they say they want this and want that, it's the parent that's going to purchase that. So the parent makes a decision to purchase those things for a child. Now, if my son
came to me and said that I don't want to play with the Transformers or the Power Rangers or this type of thing or whatever, and I want to play with the Barbie doll. I said, well, you won't be playing with anything.
One day, when the glory comes, it will be ours.
Dr. King, what's your next move?
In March from Selma to Montgomery.
Selma is loud for every man, woman, and child.
We will not wait any longer.
In front of a crowd.
Mine eyes have seen the glory. Glory, glory, hallelujah.
Need help with Social Security disability? Call Bill Gordon and Associates, 1-800-475-3302.
Some advice I would have given my younger self is probably stress the importance of doing well in high school and just making sure that you do the best that you can, make sure that you have good grades so that you open more doors of opportunity for yourself. Because without that, you really kind of limit what you can do.
Some advice I would give to my younger self. Take advantage of that half court you had in the backyard. You could have been in the NBA, man. You could have made the basketball team in high school. But look at you now. You're black and you're broke. You're black and you're broke.
All right, we are back. We are back with our two children.
Who drove across country and things.
And telling us some things that obviously we didn't know in parenting.
I knew they told me.
And we're going to continue the conversation with growing up triplet here, okay? So we converted to Islam during your childhood and taught you very sternly, as you would say, the religion. We gave you what you needed to know. So tell us a little bit.
But I don't force religion on nobody. I gave it to y'all so y'all can make a sound decision in your adulthood.
Yeah.
Let's get it straight.
Tell us a little bit about how that has helped you grow into adulthood. How has the religion helped you into adulthood?
Well, I mean, it plays a lot of factors in multiple parts of life, such as when it comes to looking for a spouse, or when it comes to certain social situations, and it kind of puts into perspective how to go about doing those things the right way, the way according to Islam. And it more or less gives you like social structure of how to behave in society.
Okay, so pretty much we're still here for guidance as far as that's concerned, but you're pretty much saying that it's been your playbook.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
What about you?
It's helped.
How has it helped you?
It has helped everything you just said. I mean, in all aspects of life, it just helps. What you just said, the playbook, it guides you.
Okay, so how do you detour people who have negative things to say about Islam?
Define detour.
Meaning, give them a reason that they shouldn't be thinking what they're thinking.
Give me an example.
An example.
I want you to give him the answer.
An example that you may be connected to terrorism because you're a Muslim.
So the original question was,
how do you detour that?
give them an intelligent answer. For that example, it would be, we're not all terrorists, or that's like a...
Actually, we're not terrorists, period. See, we're not all is giving somebody an inclination that some Muslims are terrorists. But
some Muslims...
No. Muslims are not terrorists. If you're terrorizing people, that has nothing to do with Islam.
Exactly. That's something else.
So they're just claiming Islam.
That's right. It's a lot of people who claim a lot of religions and do some ignorant stuff. They don't have nothing to do with the religion. That's one of the biggest things I want people to understand, period, about any religion. You can say Muslim all day long, but are your actions becoming of a Muslim?
Right.
at the end of the day.
Right. And what have been some things that you have been asked in regards to Islam that you've had to say, no, that's not it, that's not the way?
As far as, well, after September 11th, the whole, I have no idea how this came about, but the 72 virgins, when, I guess, somebody commits suicide, that they're promised in the afterlife. I mean, most of it comes from ignorance, just pure ignorance. People don't knowledge themselves upon the subject before speaking out or saying things. So I encourage them to study, or read something as far as the subject matter goes before making accusations or before making ignorant comments.
Okay, sure. I think we kind of taught you guys that because of everything that we've had to battle. We had to battle for you to be able to wear your kufis in school, and we had to pretty much assert our rights in order for you guys to get out of school for Juma. We used to pick you guys up for Juma, and you would be able to go back to school. Now, somebody used to get left for Juma a couple of times.
What in the world? Didn't I say don't put them boy faults out there?
Somebody used to get left for Juma a couple of times. What would you think you would do to your child if you had that type of situation? How would you handle that?
That's a really tough question, because it ages me somewhat to kind of put myself in the shoes of a parent. When I just recently married, as I'm not exactly in that stage of my life, so it's kind of hard to pre-plan discipline when I don't even have a child yet.
I guess he told you.
It's a hypothetical question.
Well,
I guess he told you.
Well, y'all funny. But no, I mean, if you're married, God willing, 9 out of 10 you're probably gonna have kids.
Right.
If God wills that you will have children, that subject your mom is speaking on is that's something that you gotta think about in your life. How is this going to play out in my life?
Yeah, and how would you handle things as a parent? But we're going to take a break, and we're going to come back and talk a little bit more about parenting, and we're going to talk about some of the punishments that were given out.
Who want to talk about punishment? I'm glad you weren't punishing me.
We're going to talk about that. Hold what you got. We'll be right back.
You're watching Lifestyles with Rufus and Jenny Triplett.
Need cash from your structured settlement? Call J.G. Wentworth, 1-800-902-8952.
All right, we are back. We are back and
Can I
deep
say
in this
this now?
conversation. Go ahead.
We back.
Deep in this conversation of growing up triplet and giving you guys kind of an insight and an idea of how we raised our children, talking to two of our children here. And so tell me, what do you think was like the worst punishment?
Yeah, tell me what your mama do to y'all? Because I would turn my back sometimes.
No, what was the worst
Thou
punishment
shalt not lie
you guys
on
ever had?
camera.
What was the worst punishment?
Worst punishment. Well, I was a good boy.
I was gonna say you were the good child, so
I didn't get it too bad. But I'll tell you some things about the other two. I remember one time.
Can they tell their own story?
Can we hear your punishment? No, can we hear your punishment? Your punishment.
Yeah, if
But this is better though.
I
want to hear this stuff first.
Hold that thought, and we'll get to his. But let's hear what your worst punishment was.
Tell them I gave you some cookies or something.
I mean,
you barely remember because you were a good child.
I got on punishment for like a couple of days. Standing on the wall. There we go.
That was the worst?
I had to stand on the wall.
What about when you had your phone taken?
I didn't have nobody to text anyway, so I would give you
that where you really didn't care. That's what he told you. All that punishment you giving out, it ain't even working.
Okay, so what about having to pull all the dishes out the cabinet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you remember that one, right?
Still standing.
Ain't they supposed to be telling you what the punishment that
Right, but I'm just saying he seems
just
like
gotta
it
help
seems
them.
as if his memory has failed him about some of the punishments he's received.
Still standing on the wall.
That was the worst punishment.
Your legs hurt. Your knees knock up. And you're messed up for like a couple days.
Yeah, right. Well, otherwise it is not, girl.
There's no cleaning out the cabinets. You can sit down. You can bend. Standing on the wall. Your lot, your ankles, they all bad. You go to bed. You stretch for 30 minutes before you sleep. And then you gotta prepare for the next day and doing the same thing. So it's
See what you do to these kids?
I didn't do that. I never made kids stand on the wall. You made them boys stand on the wall like that. Okay. All right. Worst punishment.
Worst punishment is probably being knocked into that wall.
Was it that one?
Was it that one? Are you sure?
I don't know. It's looking a little curved.
Somebody hit some stairs. I heard somebody hit some stairs.
Yeah, if we had the other kid here, he could tell you some stories.
Yeah, he can tell you
We don't have to get him on the line, but okay, so.
I tell you something too. He shouldn't have put his hands on me.
Okay, hold up. So that was.
That's where you messed up. You got a rail in this house.
He didn't get that real. He didn't get that real. Anywho.
Oh, he got real. Real for who?
We worked out. Real story.
Mop it up.
Okay, let's move on from punishments. Okay, so everything wasn't about just being punished in this household. Like we talked a little bit about you being spoiled. You don't say that it was that. But other than that, you pretty much had a normal childhood. We tried to show you outside of your block. We tried to show you that there was a world bigger than this house. There was a world bigger than your block. There was a world bigger than this city. And we tried to show you that pretty much by not also losing yourself in who you are. Okay? So let's move on to after leaving this house, which all of you guys have. What has been the one biggest survival skill that you have taken with you?
Survival.
Hustle?
Oh, we always taught you to have a hustle.
Hustle by any means. Don't ask nobody for nothing. Do you?
We always taught you how to hustle. Definitely that.
Be independent. Just have your own. Don't depend on anybody for anything.
Don't count on nobody.
Always have your own. Never let somebody be able to tell you you can't do this or you can't do that because you have your own.
Okay. I think those are great survival skills.
I'm hot.
I think those are great life lessons
I'm sweating.
that we have taught
Taught
everyone. So yeah, that's been growing up triplet, and we're gonna take a pause, but we'll be right back.
These parents want the $600 for the car loan their son promised to repay.
He seems like he has no intention to pay, and we want our money. This is his third car, Your Honor. He's only 19 and he has 3 cars.
So the first car, what happened to it?
I came home and my car was gone.
Oh, so the first car was stolen?
No, my dad sold it.
He told me he no longer wanted it.
The car was horrible. I didn't like the car.
Tell me why you're not paying your parents back for this car.
I have a lot of bills to pay.
We have bills.
He's spending his money frivolously.
What my mom gave me is be educated. Know what you're talking about. Be knowledgeable on just about everything that you can be. There is nothing worse than ignorance. What my dad gave me is be a man. Control the situation, handle the situation, whatever you have to do to be a man and be responsible and take care of your responsibilities.
What my mama taught me was get all the info from a situation. Any situation you come about, get the info. For example, a car accident. If you hit somebody, first off, don't tell them you hit them, but get all the info so you won't get sued. Get his first, his middle, his last, get his social security, get everything from a situation so you'll be okay and you know what's going on. Now what my daddy taught me was how not to be no punk. Don't take no crap. The same situation, say you get into a car accident and he talks to you crazy. Hold up there, partner. Hold up there, partner. No, sir. All right? You're not going to talk to me like that. You feel me? I may got a high-pitched voice, but you're not about to talk to me like that. All right? That's what Daddy taught me. All day.
My lifestyle, yeah,
That's our show for this week. We hope you enjoyed it. Now you see a little bit more about what it takes to be a parent, surviving parenting in the 21st century.
I survived.
We survived.
But I tell you what, I ain't trying to do it again.
And we could, oh no, we done.
I'm too young to be doing it again.
We definitely done. But you could also get a little bit more insight from our boys and how growing up triplet was.
And look at here, y'all need to remember, there is no other and can never be no other worthy of worship but that one.
God is one, and we leave you in peace. DJ, take us home.
I'm back on the street.
I'm back on, keeping it real.
On the street.
I'm a real G. See, I make my money right.
I'm a real OG.
I'm a real OG.
I'm back on the street.
Making money.
I'm making money.
Living life in the fast lane is really not the way. Saw my homeboy, he got shot, trying to run a game. My girl, she knows that I really do wanna give her the best things in life that I can give her. Quick money, a new home, diamond rings, a brand new car. I never want my child to be out in the streets. No easy outs, no guarantees.
I'm back on the street.
Back on the street, yeah.
I'm back on the street.
I'm a real G, yeah.
I'm back on the street.
Back on the street, yeah.
I'm back on the street.
You see, I make my money right.
Buck Wild is here in your left and your right ear peep. Now that I'm back on the streets, for real, it's time to chill. And all I cared about back in the day was making a deal. Logged out G yesterday, but today's a new day. And when I had conflict, there he lay, I didn't play. When it came to hustling for mine, now it's time to rhyme, make a dime, gotta get mine. Today's the day, tonight's the night. I've opened my eyes and now I'm seeing the light. 5 years out of my life was not fair, they didn't care. I served my time, now I'm out of there. What will I do? It seems like everything's changed. I no longer have to go out and gang bang and slang, and now it's time for me to creep down with Trip, cause Buck Wild's back on the street.
I'm back, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, biggity back, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, I'm biggity back, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, biggity back, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, I'm back on the street, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, biggity back, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, I'm back on the street, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, biggity back, imagine that, it ain't no way I'm going back, I'm back on.
You better not drop that mic.
Who, me?